Hey, what's going on everyone? So we have some new details coming at us for the Joker origin film that was recently announced and kind of took the internet by surprise. So all of this info that I'm going to be talking about is actually coming at us from the Joe Rogan Experience podcast on YouTube, in which they were talking with former MMA fighter Brendan Schaub, who's transitioned to Hollywood over the past few years after leaving the MMA. Now, at one point during the podcast, they start talking about Joker and the new movies and the DC movies and such things, and he actually mentions that his friend Todd Feldman, who is the agent for Todd Phillips, who's the person that's in question to direct and write the film, told him a bit about what the movie is going to be and kind of the tone of it and some of the plot details, and I guess some of the character details more specifically on this version of the Joker. So he says, quote, "My boy Todd Feldman put this together with Todd Phillips. It's dark. It's like a dark Joker. As a kid, he had a permanent smile and everyone made fun of him. It's on the streets of Brooklyn. It's super dark and real." Now, I'll leave a link down in the description box so you guys can check out the original story and watch the podcast clip for yourself, but everything that he says kind of lines up with what we heard about in the initial announcement for the film from Deadline Hollywood, in which they said the movie would be a very gritty and grounded, hard-boiled crime film set in the early 80s in Gotham City. It isn't going to feel like any other DC movie that we've gotten in the past, but more so like one of Martin Scorsese's early films like Taxi Driver, Raging Bull, or The King of Comedy. So this is a very interesting take, and I don't think it's really been explored in sort of any origin for the Joker, that as a kid he already had the sort of permanent smile, because that's something that comes later on with the whole Ace Chemicals incident and his transition into that persona, but it seems like that's going to be something that kind of haunts him his entire life. So it seems like an interesting way to go about it. Definitely the sort of setting that it's going to be in the 80s. It's just a different kind of take on Gotham City, and we're going to see the Joker throughout his whole life kind of growing up and being bullied and having this dark past. It seems like a cool way to go about it, and something that definitely interests me as someone who's a fan of comic books and the Joker and everything. It's just a different take on it. It is like reading an Elseworlds comic or something, but it's going to be brought to the big screen. So exciting times for sure. But leave your thoughts down in the comments below. What do you guys think of this so far? And are you looking forward to the Joker's origin story outside of the DCEU? And who do you guys think should play the Joker in this version? Drop all that down below. As always, thank you all for watching, and for more on the Joker movie and the DC Extended Universe, subscribe to Hybrid Network.